Hi, this is Katrina from Earthheim, and today I'm going to show you how to drill holes in your ceramic flower pots. So there's no exception. You have to have drainage holes in your flower pots. If you don't have anywhere for that extra water to flow out of the container pot, it could just cause so many issues with root rot, different things that will affect the roots. It can kill the roots, cause rot, bacteria to build up. It can even invite certain pests to come and attack the plant when that happens. Now there's always exceptions. A plant may do okay. It may not thrive if you don't have drainage holes in the pot, but you should just always have drainage holes no matter what. No matter if it's even a succulent. It doesn't matter. Just go ahead and find a pot that has drainage holes. Unfortunately, sometimes you buy flower pots that don't have the drainage holes. And if they're ceramic, you may not know how to drill holes in, or you may think it's too hard, but I'm going to show you how to do that here in a minute. So one thing I see all over the internet, and I just shake my head at, is all you need to do is add pebbles or rock or any kind of stone in the bottom of your flower pot, and that will give it drainage. Now, I just had these extra large stones to show as an example, but it doesn't even matter if those pebbles are tiny. So what happens is the particle size of the soil, the gaps between each particle is very small. And if you add a layer at the bottom of a gravel or particulate matter that has larger gaps in between each stone, the water has to do with physics. The water will actually not move down into that bottom space. So if I filled this with water, the water would still just sit here at the bottom of the soil level. It would actually not really drain into the bottom. So it really does nothing, and the water's still in there no matter what. It has nowhere to go. So this does not work. So to drill holes into your ceramic flower pot, you will need a good drill, and then this is a special drill bit that's made for ceramic or glass, I believe, and I just picked this up at the hardware store, and that is what you need to drill the holes into the flower pot. So I bought this pot several years ago at Lowe's on clearance, and it's a beautiful planter, but it did not have drainage holes in it. And at the time, I didn't know how to do this, so I planted a sansevieria, which is mother-in-law's tongue or snake plant, which they can tolerate dry soils, but they hate wet soils. So what I actually did is that I just rarely ever watered it, and it did fine. It's lived for many years actually, but it's not really thriving. And so I decided to transplant it out of that pot, and today I'm gonna put in this variegated pothos. Very pretty. I thought it would look good in this flower pot. So next I will show you how to drill holes into this ceramic flower pot. Okay, so I've actually started drilling into the bottom of this flower pot. And another thing I should mention you need to have is some patience and some time, because every ceramic or glass material is going to be different, and there is always a risk that you might crack the pot. So you need some time. Once you are drilling, you want the drill bit to do the work. You do not want to apply any pressure, because that could lead to cracking. So it's just going to take some time. This material doesn't seem too bad, whatever this clay material is, and so I will be back once I have this about done. Okay, so I've drilled my holes in the flower pot. Now this is an 8-inch pot, and so I have just I've drilled 3 holes, and since this ceramic drill bit is probably like a 1/4 of an inch, I put in 3 of these holes. Now this is just a plastic resin pot, and I just used a regular drill bit. So I used the largest drill bit I had, and so I just put 1 hole in there. And this is about a 10-inch pot here. So I just touched that drill bit and it's pretty hot. So if you find that the pot or your drill bit's getting hot, you could just pour a little bit of water on there to keep it cool. Now this is, you can see all this dust, so this is some type of clay ceramic pot, this is actually pretty soft and wasn't too difficult. Now each hole took about 5 solid minutes to drill. The harder the material, the more difficult it's going to be. It's going to take longer, and you run the risk of cracking it. Some of the vintage flower pots, you would just want to be really careful about those. But that is it. So now I'm going to plant up this pothos. Alright, so I have my pothos planted up, and I thought I'd just show you some things I do with my houseplants once I get them inside. So now that we have a drainage hole, we need a saucer to catch the extra water that flows through the holes. And what I like to use are actually old dinner plates that I find at thrift stores for very little. I like to find really unique or decorative ones, and I know they're gonna hold the water. Terracotta saucers, they're still porous, so water could still get through terracotta, so I don't use that because I'm setting my houseplants on furniture. And then what I do, I just buy some craft felt. These are about $1/4 at anywhere where they sell craft materials, so I'll use that as my base, and then I will set the plant on top of that. Alright, so this pothos is all planted. I have drainage holes in there, so now it's going to be a happy house plant. So I hope you found some inspiration. If you have some containers that need drainage holes, or if you find one out somewhere that needs them, I hope you won't be afraid to add them yourself. So this is Earthheim, and helping you remagic your piece of earth.